Right, hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to a series that I intended to start last year, One Life to Survive, where we go through every single zombies map, whether it's made by Treyarch, Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer, and see how high we can go. So obviously we're going to be starting off on the first map. Seeing how far we can get, and obviously then going through the other map. So facts about Untoten. Obviously the first one was was made as a small little side mode by a little team at Treyarch, which ended up becoming what it is now, which is an integral part of the game itself. I never remember how much this door was. 1,000. Okay, so we've already got enough for it, but we want to get enough for the box as well. So we're getting an extra few points. I can never remember what the shots are either, so it's been over a year since whenever I last made an After Untoten video was the last time I played this map, so yeah, I'm definitely a bit rusty. And by a bit, I mean a lot. I am very rusty. I don't know if any of those shots went through, it looked like they did. Yes. Right, only another 50 points. There we go. Let's go and hit that box and hopefully get something good. This is a big gamble. Right, I think we're going to go Tommy gun and ray gun if we can get it. But for now we'll use the other one around, I suppose. Were you taking Nick? That's not what we wanted. Right, so we're going to aim for Tommy gun and ray gun for this map. Tommy gun and ray gun, because Tommy gun we can move fast, ray gun we can move fast, but we can hit hard. Obviously there are no perks on this map. This map is, I probably already said this in my last video, but this map is literally the nuke town of zombies, and there is a nuke town of zombies, and it's been remade twice, 3 times if you count Blackout. Where Nacht has been in this game, it's been in Black Ops 1, it had a cameo in Black Ops 2, I suppose. Can't remember. Yeah, it did appear in Black Ops 3 and Zombie Chronicles, and in the last map, Revelations. Did it appear in Black Ops 4? I can't remember. I don't think so, actually. It then appeared in Cold War 3 times. No, twice. It was twice. My point is that this map has been remade many times. And yeah, here we are playing it today. Oh, that's perfect. I won't lie, this is the first time I've played zombies in a while, so I'm not expecting great things, but higher than the round we got last time. I'm pretty sure the last time I took a Nacht, I literally said we're probably going to die on like round 9, and then I died on round 9. So that was embarrassing, but I'm hoping that's not going to happen in this episode. I'm hoping we get a bit past round 9. If it does go on for a while, then I was just going to keep these completely uncut, but I don't think I am this year. I think I'm just going to, if it goes on for a while, I'll edit it down to its best bits. But if it doesn't go on for a while, I'll still edit it down to its best bits. Try not to make them too long with lots of spaces, especially in these early maps when the zombies take forever to get to you. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Let's see if we can get Alfie to give me a hand. I am aiming to have guest stars in this series. John, of course, being one of them. But he probably won't be around till transit, which is not fun. Dan. Let's see if I can get Dan to video. Let's see if I can get him in the Kino video. Oh, that's what we'll do. And I'll remember, I'll need to reload, because I didn't remember that last time I played this map. And I missed out on a bit of ammo. This is actually... See, this series is not only a good thing to go back every year and look at the evolution of zombies, but it's also really nostalgic. Because while Nacht and Untoten wasn't my first zombies map went on along until we played Kino on Black Ops 1. But this is the first map, you know? And, you know, it even had Easter eggs. You had the radio which you can knife, which I'm not going to this time. You had the cabinet upstairs that had a, what is it, a scoped Mosin or a scoped Car 98. You know, even the first map had Easter eggs. But no one, you know, when they developed this mode, they weren't expecting it to go anywhere. It was just like supposed to be a one and done thing. And then it was so popular when people completed the campaign and ended up with the cutscene that we saw at the beginning of this video. You know, it just sort of sparked and rumored. Everyone was trying to see, you know, if they could get the best round, or, you know, so on and so forth. And eventually, it turned into what it is today, which is arguably in the current state of zombies with Vanguard just having happened. Some people would consider it more a curse than a blessing, especially with the state that Vanguard Zombies was left in, and was in for the entirety of Vanguard's life cycle. You know, it was embarrassing for the fans. And it must have been embarrassing for Treyarch as well, because they developed Vanguard Zombies mode, and, you know, they weren't given nearly enough time, or, you know, anything like that, to sort of put it into its true potential, if you know what I mean. Yeah, a Black Ops Cold War, while a bit rocky at first, and we were waiting for a map for a while, you know, eventually the content really started to get better. While not everybody liked it, we got Outbreak, which was good, you know, it was the closest thing we've had so far to an open world zombies experience. You know, we had loads of objectives to do, there were loads of little Easter eggs and quests and stuff to do, little collectibles around the map. There is plenty to do in Outbreak today, as we'll see when we go through and play through it later in the series. But, you know, it's just sort of... It's interesting to see, like, because there are certain aspects of games like this that are never going to change. But I suppose they are in a way. Like, multiplayer used to be really supported, and now it's just not. And there's not a lot that we can do about that. But, you know, it is what it is. Because we've got things like Warzone entering the forefront, and while some people hate that because multiplayer is where this game really kicked off. The online multiplayer in COD 4 is where this game, you know, first sort of, well, not just the online multiplayer, but the campaign was okay as well. But, you know, the multiplayer of COD 4 is where this game really sort of hit the map, especially with YouTube being a new thing and tutorials and stuff coming out for it, and people just playing and trolling people and stuff like that. And, you know, since then, the developers, whether through their own fault or through Activision, have just sort of neglected the multiplayer since the launch of the first Warzone. Arguably even Blackout in Black Ops 4. But I don't know. Zombies is sort of one of those things that's always changing, but will always be the same in the sense that, you know, it's always going to be about surviving and killing as many zombies as you can, earning those points, upgrading your weapons, etc. But, you know, it's it's more than that now. It's its own dedicated storyline, which is extremely confusing, and I'm still not sure I even understand, because we had Takeo, Nikolai Dempsey, and Richtofen, and now we've just got Richtofen and Maxis and 4 random characters, and it's just confusing. Like, well, it's not confusing. I mean, that last map that was in Black Ops 4 reset the timeline, and Eddie, I suppose I should call him Eddie, Eddie and Sam made it through and are now in this reality, or something like that. See, it's not even explained, it's just confusing. That's not a ray gun, I don't want it. But yeah, so it's just kind of interesting to see how Zombies has evolved, in the sense that, you know, it's now its own dedicated story, but at the same time, at the same time, you know, it's still sort of the same concept. Even in Vanguard, you still had the same concept. It was still the same sort of thing. You know, like run around, kill zombies at points. I'm not one to particularly hate on a certain experience, because I know that every developer puts their own take on it. But Vanguard Zombies was disappointing for a lot of people, and I can understand why. But they've also got to sympathise with Treyarch in the sense that, you know, they had to they had a very short amount of time to put this together on an engine that they haven't worked in, and you know, they did the best they can with the resources that they could, bearing in mind that they're also working on their next game as well. And so, you know, one has to sympathise and sort of think, well, hang on a minute, maybe it's not that bad after all for what it is. Which is, you know, a completely new take on things. Not new, but I understand that a lot of people, the stereotypical 4-character team that runs around the map solving Easter eggs, and you've still got that, but just not with the iconic characters that we had before, like Richtofen and Dempsey and Takeo and Nikolai and people like that. And now we've got the upgrades and how it works, which makes sense, because, you know, some of these people will spend money on buying the battle pass, so it makes sense that you've got to take those into more than just one mode. Not, I suppose, 2 modes, multiplayer and also, depending on whether they're what you actually play on. So, it makes sense from not only like a business point, but also in the sense that, you know, it makes sense for us. Some of us spend money on these characters and these skins, and we don't just want to use them to get our arse kicked and multiplayer. I don't know what point I'm even going on about anymore. Just sort of talking. But there are 2 methods to surviving on Nacht that I know of. There's this method, which can be good or can be bad, depending on the setup. Or there's the method where you just train downstairs around the pillars, and because the zombies can't really hit you when you're moving around them as much, so it sort of gives you that advantage. As long as you're, there's one more flamethrower, someone got to like around the house or something, which is pretty impressive. This thing is not good. Wow. Just want to get that radio. This is what something just on the radio. Right, let's go to that box. That is not good. Right, we're just going to swap something. You know, anyway, like I was saying originally, this is a good sort of series to go back and look back at the evolution of the Zombies mode. You know, how it started off in extremely humble beginnings as this, you know, like a little side mode, not really any objectives. You know, they had really takes and stuff that sort of into their big storyline. none of us actually expected to get what we got. I certainly didn't. I was just a kid playing Kino for the first time, you know. I wasn't expecting there to be this whole built-up universe. I just thought, oh, this is fun. Guns go, zombies go, yeah. You know, that was just a fun little... I actually used to be really scared of it when me and my brother first started playing it. You're not taking me down on Round 9 this time. I will not have it. I hope I get to double digits. I also really want the ring up. The other thing is, that tactic is not going to work again, especially when the zombies keep piling in on us. That is not what I want! Goodness sake. I need that ray gun. I need it now. So yeah, as we progressively get more and more through the maps, obviously there are going to be other people in the videos, such as John. Who has already asked to be part of the transit video. He's the only person I've ever heard of wanting to play transit, so that's interesting. Oh shit. Not again, not again, not again. Oh, goodbye. Obviously there's no perks, so no double tap or sleight of hand, speed color even for me. Whoa, back off, back off, back off. Back off. Go away. No, no, you'll not touch me. Also, double swiping was a really big thing in this game, so I do not want to get double swiped. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was almost taken out by two beheaded zombies there. That is not what you want. LMG, an LMG would be nice actually, now that I think about it. I also need to go buy Tommy gun ammo. I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get. Oh, Molotovs, I don't want Molotovs. Right, let's go fill up on the Thompson. Actually, no, we are going to try training downstairs for a bit. Might be famous last words, but we'll see. That helps us. That helps us a lot. So you can just see from like the round counter, this little low res 11 in the corner. I'm like, were they expecting people to get this far? Like, I don't know. It was just a fun little... It's just like... The story of zombies is such an interesting one, because it does come from such humble beginnings, and, you know, it is what it is today. Which is sort of like an expected feature in every Treyarch game. And, you know... It is just, it's interesting to see, like, the expectations that people have of this nowadays is incredible how arrogant and ignorant they can be to the actual game modes, you know, Inception back in 2008. Why is it so insistent on giving me the bloody Molotovs? You know, that arrogance is actually sometimes astounding. So I could probably put it on future Steve, you know exactly what clip I'm picking on. Code word is bridges. If you don't get it from that, then I'm going to give another code word. Continuum. Ball is another code word.
My goodness, people! The arrogance of what you're asking us to help you do is mind-boggling!
Whoa! See, this is what I should have been doing last time. Oh, ow, sorry. Oh, I get too cocky. Get out of the way. It's also the way that I can't just clip straight through them as soon as they're dead. That's a bit annoying. Oh, I've got one bullet left. not even going to bother aiming with this thing because the aim assist is just shocking. Oh, insta-kill, that would have been useful like 10 minutes ago. Right, come on. I guarantee you, Molotovs. I'll get back to that box and Molotovs will be on it. Oh, no, FMG. Oh, FG. FMG. Where am I getting that from? That's Modern Warfare 3, I think. It's not even a zombies mode in that game. Although, that could be a good idea. I could go back and do the survival maps as well from Modern Warfare 3 and what do they call it? Modern Warfare 2019, and give those as well, because I honestly haven't played those. I don't think I've played a single survival map in Modern Warfare 2019, and I haven't played the ones in Modern Warfare 3 for ages, but I remember I used to play them all the time. They were genuinely, like, they were entertaining, like, not in the same way that Zombies is entertaining, because, you know, they could hit you at range and you had helicopters that came out of nowhere, but, you know, they were obviously trying to build on the success of Treyarch's Zombies mode, but for goodness sake. But took their own spin on it, and that was interesting. And then, of course, they brought it back from Modern Warfare 2019. Right, at least we've got our FG-42 as a backup now. And I think I'll tear them apart. Obviously, there's no Pack-a-Punch on this map either. You could Pack-a-Punch this map in Black Ops 3, but only with goggle guns. And you can get perks. Oh crap. On the Black Ops 1 version of this map, as well as the Black Ops 3 version. And of course, the goggle version. Oh, you called me that. So they don't get down by my own bullet. Why are they just standing there, waiting for me? No, that was cheating, that was. They... Okay. That was embarrassing. Very. They were just stood there. They were waiting for me. Unless that's some sort of weird glitch that I was just unaware of. Oh no, we don't want to play again. Right. Let's just cut straight to the map list. Okay, so here we have our map list, with all the maps on it, and obviously the only one we've done so far is Nacht, Untoten, in which we placed around 14, so that's a bit better than we did last time. So we've shoved it all the way up to round 14, and obviously as we do more maps, I don't know, we'll just take Descent as an example. That'll go somewhere on the list, and if it's above round 14, then round 14 will be moving down the list, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that pretty much sums up for this video. If you guys enjoyed, then leave a like. The next map we'll be covering will be Nacht, because that's the next Zombies map that was created. And hopefully we'll do a bit better than we did last time on that one as well. But until then, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.